I was just working on getting our son's room ready so that we can move him into his big boy room and get the nursery ready. Surprise! And that video will come soon. It's just a quick budget, easy, only spending $15-ish to get your son into a big boy room. We were very lucky to have everything we needed for the most part. So it's gonna be kind of cool. So I hope you enjoy that video. It's coming soon. It'll come in a few weeks. So surprise. Clearly you could probably tell that I was pregnant for a little bit there. The black on black probably gave it away, the sitting down, the big sweatshirts. But we're really excited. We've been waiting on this one. So that first one was super easy. The second one was not as easy. So if you have more questions about fertility and stuff like that, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to talk to you. And if you guys want more information about that video, I can definitely post some stuff about that. Just comment down below or just send me a message and I will definitely make a video about that if that's something everybody's interested in. So clearly this video is a little bit longer than a few weeks, but that's okay. I do apologize. I do have a cold, but I just wanted to get this one out for the weekend. This is all about just switching my son's room for $15. I literally did not spend more than $15. We did get a ceiling fan. That's about $40. That's going to get put in later, but that's not even in this video. So we got one thing, and that was to hang his TV on the wall, just for safety issues. And the only reason he has a TV in his room is because we just had an extra, but also because I do use that to keep him entertained while I shower. This video is extremely old and I do apologize, but I think it's really important to see, like, this is kind of how I'm resorting toys. I used to just do 2 big totes and that just kind of got aggressive and excessive. So I used this and apparently just played on my phone half of it. I used this under the bed boxes. I actually found 6 of these in our shed. My husband did a really good job of buying actual boxes when he moved to this house that we live in now, and so we have just a lot of boxes. So what I did was kind of split it by areas, but I also use this for our sensory bin right now until we get a brand new one for Christmas. Just my son's really gotten into sensory bins lately. It's taken a little bit longer than usual, so it's taking a little bit longer, but that's okay. So I wanted to wait for him to be a little older too. So I have split this all up and kind of split his toys up into different categories. I was a preschool teacher for a really long time, so I do have my specific categories. I did more gross motor, like bigger stuff, and then I did like manipulatives and toys, open-ended stuff, and then more close-ended. And that's stuff that like you kind of finish. And then the one on the right will just be the straight baby toys. But also, here's the reality behind where all of that is. So here's our baby bed. That will go in. Some stuff that's going to have to go. Baby stuff. We just kept it all. So hopefully all that will go into the nursery eventually. And then hopefully this will become my office and my guest room again. So that's where it all went. So that was all the baby stuff that was from the nursery and in my guest room / office. And it's actually all cleaned out now. My in-laws came like the next weekend, so I had to move it all again. But that's okay. Life happens. But it was a lot easier to move his stuff when I had the space and the time and the energy like this. So I had cleaned all the floors before, and I did this, one by one, and then moved the furniture later. It wasn't an easy process by any means, but cleaning the floors was really important to me. I'm just cleaning in general. So I tried to get this room as deep cleaned as possible before we had moved him in there. And I love this carpet cleaner. It's Abyssal. I love it. I will link it below. It is literally a life-changing thing, especially if you have dogs and carpet. I love this thing. So it is just one of those things that we really wanted to get done, was to deep clean the room. And then one afternoon, I just decided, hey, we're going to get all this done. I just switched out his curtains for the ones he had, which means, of course, I'm going to need to buy the baby's curtains eventually. But for now, it's just kind of like we're moving what we have. I didn't want to buy anything new and specific yet because I'm not sure. Number one, we might move. Number two, we might not do the same thing we did for the other room. So I'm not buying the big stuff for the nursery, especially furniture, especially other than what we have right now. So
I set up his room in a little bit different way than I did his other room, and I brought all his books in, and then I'm gonna move his bookcase at the end. So this was just a process, and I did let my son help. It was really nice to allow him to help, and he loves to dance, and he really enjoyed it. He really enjoyed helping. He enjoyed moving things. He enjoyed being part of the process. And at first, I was really worried about that, but reality is he did a really good job helping. So it was really nice to have that. He's always had these colored books in there. That's a home edit thing that I love. I just put them all of his board books in by color. And those will move to the baby's room very soon. He's getting to the point of like big boy books, which is really cool too. So we'll be switching those out. And then clearly being pregnant and trying to move a bunch of stuff makes you really exhausted. I swear my nesting phase has just come like extremely early with this one. I don't even know. So I moved all that, got all that moved, and made sure that everything, kind of fit and kind of went back to its place. Everything we had in his room was working really well, so we kind of just made it work. And then we're just constantly moving things around. Can you tell? So then I already had the bed in here, and this bed frame doesn't end up working, or the bed frame does work, but the headboard does not work. So that will go in a minute, and then that was just a box of stuff that needed to go. And my husband came in, and I realized it wasn't going to work, so he is helping me now. We talked about where we wanted to put the bed, worked it through together, and my husband did come help move all the heavy stuff. So that was extremely nice. We did not. There's going to be certain things that we may move out of his room eventually for the baby and go backwards, but right now, this is just what's working. So I think that's something really, really important to think about is like, what works right now? Like, what works right now? Like, what could you change? But what you have, trying to use what you have, but also not stressing about always having to buy something new. So we are working kind of toward a minimalist mindset. I did not do a bed skirt. I just did a fitted sheet that I had that was extra, just because I don't want him to get all discombobulated in it. He's not to the point of having a comforter, so that's why we just have the sheet and 2 pillows on the side. I did not buy the fancy bumpers. I just don't see a point. So it just kind of is what it is. Just a reality, I guess this is just kind of a reality check for you. Like, don't add too much and don't stress yourself out. Your kid loves what they have. It's not the end of the world. And then here's my husband hanging the one thing we bought, which was a $15 hanger for his TV. That is it. So my son is sitting there watching TV way too close to the TV. This is another reason I bought this, is because he likes to sit and just stare at the TV when he's in his room while I'm taking a shower. So one of those things. So it's all about just thinking about what you have, using what you have, and making it work. So, sorry, it's just really funny to watch us and like moving so fast. So as we move all this stuff, our furniture around and things, we got everything kind of situated. Our son was really proud of his room, which was really cool to watch. And it's kind of fun to be able to be part of that and kind of like watch how excited he was to get his new big boy room. I was very against moving his room. I think that, with a new baby coming, he shouldn't really be pushed out. But when I figured out and we did everything, we realized that it was probably better for him to move and to kind of like grow up essentially. So he's actually closer to the other side of the house. It actually works beautiful, and here's the final result. So there's his bed. He just sleeps with a nice comfort, like a nice soft blanket. Put the night couch in there just for extra seating for him. Still, have our diaper changer even though he doesn't use it anymore. Stuffed animals and his closet and his hung up TV and a little writing desk where he'll have all his special things. And he can do a little bit of projects if he wants to in his room. So it's just simple, it's easy, and we were able to hang the monitor on the wall too.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in this video. Please like and subscribe, and there's more to come. Have a great day, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.